Welcome back, and for anybody that's new, I'm Casey, and this is where I like to create stuff. Speaking of which, today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's a little bit more of informative as to where some of the projects are, as well as to kind of tell you the big project that I'm working on, and of course there's the thumbnail. So, as far as catching you up on where different videos are at, I am still working on the gold plating video. In fact, you could say it's been a bit of a process. So I want to make sure that video is well put together for you guys and make sure that it functions in the end. I am planning on bringing back the remote control power wheels, which I think will be fun. Needs a little bit more power. I have a useless machine that I'm going to be coming out with, which I have that just about half done, as well as a couple more projects for the truck. Alright, so why would you wait 18 years to pay your best friend back? And why would he be your best friend if you didn't pay him back for 18 years? Alright, so this started about 18 years ago when my son was born. I was going through a little bit of a court situation with mom, as tends to happen, and I needed some money, and my best friend ended up borrowing me some money. Now, as to how much that was, we're not exactly sure. I told him I didn't know when he could pay me back, and he said, don't worry about it. And I said, well, there's got to be something I can do. And he had seen this chess table that I had made for my mom, and he's like, well, tell you what, make me a chess board. So all he wanted was a chess board. And I said, I can definitely do that, and I'm still going to try to pay you back in the future. I started working on this chessboard as soon as possible. However, I had a bit of a tragedy. My father ended up passing away, and then the next thing you do, is you end up moving into his house, right? I got a new family I'm starting. I had to deal with that, and I was trying to figure that situation out. However, it ended up burning down, and I lost everything. I don't even think I have a picture of it. And that meant I actually had to also clean that up. So I didn't have anything but the shirt on my back, and I had a big mess to clean up. Now, thank goodness, the most important part, nobody was hurt. That's all that mattered to me. At the end of the day, all you need is a family around you. You don't even need a shirt on your back. But my friend said, hey, I understand your circumstances. Don't worry about it. The debt is gone. He said it's absolutely not a thing anymore, at all. I still couldn't accept this. So I still said, hey, in the future, I'm going to make you a chessboard. And as I talked with him about this chessboard, I kind of helped it evolve a little bit. So we went from a chessboard to a chess-like briefcase type of thing, where it'd be almost like a 007 kind of style thing, and have little things in there. And then a while later, we ended up, talking about an end table, so it was growing, and I was okay with this. I was letting it grow. Ended up having other tragedies. Lost my mom, and I lost her actually in another house fire. So thankful for this first time. The second time it didn't work out the same, and we had to clean that property up as well. So a lot of these things just kind of kept postponing it, and he was understanding, and life kept going on. Well, then it brings us closer to today. I ended up with the tools to be able to do it, and I said, this is the time to do it. I have the money, I have the tools, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to pull out every stop that I can. So I started looking for the best wood that I could. Knowing some about woodworking, I started looking for stuff that has a lot of the sun rays in it, or curly maple, if you will. Just picking out each board the best that I could. And I ended up driving up there with it in the back of my truck, surprising him. He didn't know about it, so we drove 4.5 hours. Yeah, about 4.5 hours. And showed up at his house unexpectedly. Of course, we did rearrange this with his wife, so we knew we'd be there and stuff. Alright, so then I ended up showing him the chess table, and he ended up figuring out all except for one of the puzzles on his own. 2, 1.
Oh my god!
That is nice.
Holy freaking cow! Dude! That is gorgeous!
It's beautiful. I'm afraid to touch it.
I know!
No, that's the best part. Tom, you look like you're looking for something.
We're gonna have to upgrade our living room.
You are looking for 7 of something.
7.
7.
Dude. That is, I think epic applies. That is absolutely awesome.
Glad you like it. This table had 7 puzzles in it. And I am going to be doing a video on how I built this table as well as the different secret places in it. But that's going to have to wait a little ways down the road. There is literally hours and days and think like 3 terabytes of footage on that. And I'm going to have to go through all that. So I'm not going to think about that for a while. That's why I've been busy and that's why I don't have a normal video up for you right now. So yes, this is kind of a filler video, but I thought at the same time you guys would kind of appreciate the story of the build that you're going to see in the future. Anyways, I hope to see you soon.
Now I just got to find someone who can get me a chess set.